Good men are out there to help other men. Like right now, I'm sitting here recording this episode, okay, paying for my studio, the editing, etc., because I want to provide value because I care about you, fellas. I fucking care about you because when I was there, I was you before. And when I was there were other men who helped me out, who lifted me up, who poured into me. And that's what I'm doing to you guys. What's going on, you savage motherfuckers? Welcome to another episode of Purpose Over Pleasure with your host, Alex Payne. And today we're going to talk about 7 things that men struggle with every day and how to overcome those things. Now, stay tuned, guys, because the things I'm going to talk about are the real things, the ones that we as men deal with and have to face in every day of our lives. And hopefully, the value that I'm providing to you guys will help you guys to deal with those things. Let's jump right into it. First and foremost, and I'm telling you this from the perspective of a men's coach, from a perspective as a police officer, and overall from a perspective of a man, a leader, myself, let's not feel ashamed about this. Let's be honest about this. Mental health issues. I mean, mental health issues with men nowadays have become a serious, serious problem. I'm telling you this, guys. I'm telling you this as a police officer because in my line of work, I deal with mental health issues on behalf of men every day. Every single day, I am on duty. I'm out there patrolling. I have to respond to radio calls. I see with my own eyes. And I'm telling you guys, it's becoming a very, very concerning topic nationwide. I mean, just the other day, I had a full day where I'm located in Southern California, where I had nothing but homeless and mental health related calls. I'm at the point where I don't even know, was it the chicken or was it the egg? Like, what came first? Was it people abusing drugs that drove them to the point of mental health breakdown, or was it the mental health issues that pushed them to use drugs, or both? I don't know. I haven't figured it out, but the reality is we have to face those things. Now, as men in our everyday life, the things that we deal with, the things that I know you, my listeners, deal with are anxiety, depression, stress, and the stress sometimes is very, very serious. I mean, just a few months ago, I was so stressed out that I developed shingles. I never knew that shingles can come from stress. I mean, can you believe that shit? I mean, and it sucked. Shingles absolutely suck, especially if you get it in one of those hard to reach places. It is extremely painful, and I had to learn the hard way that if I don't slow down, if I don't take care of myself, if I don't take care of my mental health, and if I don't manage my stress, I mean, I might as well just go and buy a spot somewhere at the graveyard because I'm gonna kill myself. That's what I done to myself. I already have a very high threshold for stress, so high that I don't even know where it is because of years of being a police officer. One of the side effects of being a police officer is that you see so much stress, you deal with so much critical incidents and high stress, high pressure, fast evolving, rapid situations that you sort of lose sight of where the stress threshold is at. And that's what happened to me. I kept pushing and pushing and pushing forward. Then I realized that on the back end, my body was like, yo, pump the brakes. If you're not going to pump the brakes, I'm going to give you shingles. Or I'm going to make you sick. Or I'm going to put you to the hospital because you, motherfucker, which is me, are not listening to me, my own body. So, yes, definitely, we as men have to control and manage our stress. But besides that, let's talk about anxiety and depression. First thing first, anxiety. I want you guys to understand this. There is emotion no such emotion as anxiety. There's only 4 basic human emotions, right? There's anger, there's sadness, there's happiness, and there's fear. Those 4: anger, sadness, happiness, and fear. Anxiety, okay? Anxiety is a derivative of fear. You develop anxiety because you're scared. You're freaking scared to do shit. You're scared to fucking ask this girl on a date. You're scared to ask your boss for a promotion. You're scared to launch your business. You're scared to record your first episode. I mean, you're fucking scared, and that's why you have goddamn anxiety in your life. If you stop being scared, if you lean into the adversity, if you go for what you want to go for, anxiety will disappear. Okay? No such thing as anxiety. You're just scared, you're in fear, and the best way to deal with it is to go forward and to take violent action towards what you want to do. Now, depression is a touchy subject, and I tell you this because although I have been depressed myself at a point in my life. I am not denying the fact that depression is not real. There is such thing as clinical depression, and people, including famous people, like for example Robin Williams, that they committed suicide because they were depressed. At least that's what they say. So yes, there is such thing as clinical depression, and it's hard to recover from it. But what we call depression in everyday fucking life is not really depression. It's us as men escaping from our purpose, from the reality of life by doing stupid shit like pornography, sex, drugs, alcohol, etc., and then the next day you wake up and you're feeling depressed and feeling like shit and repeat the cycle again and again and again. And that is what our everyday depression looks like. So yes, take your mental health seriously. My suggestion to you, this is one of the solutions, right? First of all, seek therapy. There is nothing wrong with seeking therapy. Therapy is a good thing. I've done therapy for years. It helped me. I know a lot of people who have done therapy and it helped them tremendously. Get away from that stigma that men should not talk about their feelings. Men should not seek outside help. Men should like, man, fuck all that, okay? Men, strong, good, confident men do seek help. They go out of their way to seek help. They go out of their way to find things and learn things and try things. They make them better, help them heal, help them overcome their trauma and become better. So throw away that stigma, please. And also that all that societal pressure that it falls on us as men, don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. You're a man, and if you want to achieve something in life, then go for it. Surround yourself with other good, honest, hardworking, masculine men and ask him. Ask him for help. Ask him for support. I'm telling you right now, and this is God's honest truth, I'm yet to meet a good, honest, masculine man, kind hearted, godly man who were to turn me down or who would turn down somebody else who asking for help. It doesn't happen. Maybe it happens, but good men are out there to help other men. Like right now, I'm sitting here recording this episode, okay, paying for my studio, the editing, etc., because I want to provide that because I care about you, fellas. I fucking care about you because when I was there, I was you before. And when I was there were other men who helped me out, who lifted me up, who poured into me. And that's what I'm doing to you guys. So seek help, go for therapy, forget about that stigma, and take care of your mental health. It's very, very important. Thing number 2 is work-life balance. First and foremost, I want to point this out to you guys that no such thing as work-life balance. Throw that garbage out the window. Trash. What there is work-life integration. Okay, work-life integration, which means you find time to spend with your family, with work, with your loved ones, have some fun. For example, like every day, like my fiance, right? She needs to sleep early, especially that 1 week out of the month. They need that. Women need that. They need more sleep. I can operate fine on just 5 6 hours, 6 hours of sleep. So after I get home from work, we grab dinner, we make dinner, we grab dinner, we chat about our day. She goes to sleep. I still stay awake and I work. And the next day I wake up early, I hit the gym before she's awake. So you have to be able to integrate that. Because if you don't, what's gonna happen? You're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn the fuck out and your relationship will fail. You'll eventually have no energy to dedicate to your loved ones. And your relationship might fail, your family, your marriage might fail, and you might end up in the hospital as well because you just burnt yourself out. So figure out small things like, hey, a date night. For example, once a week, me and my fiance, we have a date night. Okay? We sit down, we dedicate time to each other, we have a good time, we grab dinner, we spend time intentionally with ourselves. Okay? Then find things to do together as a family or as a couple. Okay? So learn how to integrate work and life together. The most successful couples that I know, okay, they integrate their work and their life together into one. And that's how they're able to cover both ends. And that's the same thing me and my fiance do. We integrate things in our everyday lives. Thing number 3 I want to talk about, career uncertainty. I know a lot of you fellas out there are uncertain about your career, and I don't blame you because we have a freaking people just destroying our country from the outside and from the inside, right? The economy is unstable, the unemployment's through the roof, you can't even buy a house, an average American is struggling to pay their bills. We have this idiot from a left that's trying to run for a president, and she's completely incompetent. We have the other guy who they call an orange man, who's crazy, whatever you want to call it. And I don't care who you're gonna vote for president. Just understand that it's not their fault. It's not your parents' fault. It's not the politician's fault. It's in your control. And when it comes to career uncertainty, my best advice to you, and this is such a subject, is if you're not sure what you want to do in life, go for what you enjoy doing. Because at the very least, if you're not going to make a lot of money, at least you enjoy doing it. I mean, you cannot fail. And from what I've seen so far in my 35 years of life, people who truly enjoy their craft, who do what they love doing, I mean, they find ways to get paid. They find ways to make it in life. I mean, I've met countless numbers of people who just enjoy life and do what they want to do and they still get paid. I mean, I know a lady who I think she loved drawing growing up. And so she got picked up by this comic book magazine, and now she's in this very niche based magazine where or art niche where she makes a specific type of painting, and hey, people buy her drawing. People pay stuff for her drawing. I mean, and she's been able to provide for herself for like 3 decades, and she loves what she does. So don't feel ashamed if there's something that you want to do, but it's not mainstream approved. It doesn't matter. Go for what you want to do, what brings you joy, what makes you happy. And even if you're not making millions from it, I guarantee you it's going to bring value to somebody else. And I guarantee you, at least internally, you will be happy with yourself. Number 4, this is an important one. This is pretty much is what changed my life and what my entire podcast is about, right? The number 4 thing that men struggle with nowadays is finding their identity and finding their purpose. And I can dedicate a whole episode just to that. But let's talk about this real quick. Identity, right? Nowadays, social media, society, schools, movies, opposite sex, whatever sources are out there, they keep telling men that what men are feeling, what men are experiencing, what men want to do is bad. Is bad and toxic. I mean, excuse my French, but fuck all that. If you're a man and if you just have a lot of energy, you want to compete, you want to tumble with other boys, you want to be a little physical, you want to train martial arts, you want to build stuff with your hands, you're ambitious, dude, that's normal. That's what it's like to be a man. You were born to be a man. You were born to dominate. You were born to be a leader. You were born to be a provider, a protector, a builder, a freaking man. That's what God made you to be. So no, you don't have an ADD. You don't have an ADHD. You don't have a bipolar disorder. What you do fucking have is a wrong crowd around you, and sometimes, unfortunately, wrong fucking parents too, who tell you, or girlfriends or whatever, or friends who tell you that don't do this, don't do that. I mean, you're a man. Reach down there, grab a pair. If you have one, if you're feeling, guess what, buddy? You're a man. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to escape. You don't need to run away from reality. You are who you are. Embrace it. Lean into it. You're strong. You're powerful. You're confident. You're capable of doing things. You are a man. God made you in his image. You are powerful the way you are. So stop fucking thinking that you're not good enough. And stop fucking listening to everybody else. You have all it takes. Believe me. I was there. I was you before. I'm still not perfect. I have a shit ton of chinks in my armor, but hey, every day I improve. 1% every day, 1% every day. And compound effect over time, big, big differences, okay? So don't be confused when they tell you that you shouldn't feel a certain way and you should act a certain way. Your characteristics as a man are built into your DNA. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Surround yourself with other good, strong, masculine men. Listen to what they advise you. Take all the different tools, put it in your tool belt, and utilize it to craft, to build your own life around you. So at the end of the day, stop escaping and take action. Because I guarantee you, when you take action, even if it's not the right thing to do, and I don't mean like go start committing crime out there. What I mean is, for example, myself, right? I was supposed to go to medical school. I come from a family of medical workers. I was supposed to go to medical school. I got a degree in biology, my undergrad, and I realized this shit is not for me. It was not for me. I knew if I'm gonna pursue my career into a medical field, yeah, I'll make good money, but I would hate myself for the rest of my miserable fucking life. So guess what? I found passion in something else, and I went for it. I became a police officer. 5 or 6 different departments turned me down, one after another. No, 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 no. And finally, number 7, I think, picked me up and I became a cop. And 8, 10 years later, I am happy with what I've done with myself. I've had the greatest time. I met great people. I've done great things. I learned a lot on the way. And today I'm here sitting with you, sharing my knowledge and experience. But hey, if I was scared back then, if I was fearful, if I wasn't sure what I want to do, if I was still confused about my identity, I would have never taken a step forward. And I would have still been stagnant and some nobody, 10 years ago. But take action and stop escaping is my number one solution for that. Find your purpose in life. And if you can't find purpose in life, create your purpose in life by trying different things. It's okay if you fail, at least you tried them, at least you learned, you got wiser. Number five. Number five thing that modern day men struggle with is relationship. This is a tricky one, I'm not gonna lie. Relationship is a lot of work. I've been the type of guy who was a bachelor, a single cop with a nice pad, nice car, plenty of girls, partying, drinking, playing video games. Nobody could tell me nothing. I was my own boss. I made good money. I had more girls than I had days in the week. I've been there. Was it fun? Yes. I'll be a freaking liar if I tell you it wasn't. But was it meaningful? Was it purposeful in my life? No, it was not. As much fun as it was, it started becoming bad for me. It started getting out of control in ways that I didn't predict. For example, one girl got pregnant and she told me she got pregnant, and I caught some weird, situation shit from other women. But bottom line is I learned my lesson. It was not for me. Now I have a relationship with one woman. I love her. We have a great relationship, but hey, it's a lot of work. Do we have arguments? Absolutely. Do we have fights? Not physical fights, but absolutely. Do we agree on everything? Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. But we make it work. We make it work. We talk about things. Yesterday's arguments, today's discussion. We don't hold grudges. We communicate. Keyword communicate. A lot of you motherfuckers out there don't know how to communicate for shit. I know that because I used to be one of you guys. And I'm still learning how to communicate, but it falls into emotional maturity. Communication falls under emotional maturity. Emotional maturity includes things like communication, patience, not holding grudges, not judging, being empathetic. Okay, all those things and more. But communication is key. If you don't communicate about the issues, about the problems, about even the small things which can pile up over time, then what's the point? Don't be fucking surprised if a few years down the road you end up in a divorce. Why? Because you couldn't fucking vocalize yourself. You couldn't talk about your issues. You weren't comfortable enough, or you're too fucking scared to talk about things that did matter. That's why now you're getting a divorce. You're divorcing your wife, now ex-wife, and your children hate you, and hopefully not. But you have to learn how to communicate. You have to learn how to be committed in a relationship. You can't just escape your relationship by sleeping around with other women. Okay, you have to be committed to that one person. Okay, or whatever nowadays relationship you guys have. But what I mean is, if you love one person, be committed to that person, love that person, communicate with that person, be emotionally mature when it comes to your relationship. Be patient, be understanding, be willing to learn, put your ego aside. Okay, put your ego aside. I mean, look at me, guys. I'm gonna use myself as an example. First of all, I'm Russian. We're fucking stubborn. We're some stubborn ass people. Okay, we're very, very cutthroat. Like, I'm telling you guys this, and I'm keeping it real with you. And then on top of that, I'm a cop. On top of that, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm ambitious. I'm an alpha male. Like, all those things come with a price. And the price is ego. The price is shit. Like, you can't tell me shit because I've accomplished so many different things. But guess what? In my household, in my relationship with my woman, when she's right, she's right. And I am by far not the type of guy who'll tell you happy wife, happy life. Now, that's a bunch of bullshit, I'll tell you that right now. Happy two people is a happy life. Okay? But I digress. What I'm trying to tell you is put your ego aside in a relationship. I don't give a shit how much money you make. I don't give a shit how tough you are, what kind of job you hold. I don't give a shit about any of that. Be ready to put your ego aside and communicate and understand what is valuable and what is most important in your life and in your family, in your relationship. For me, from the very beginning, I told my fiance, I told her, listen, number one thing for me is this: I need peace in my household. I need peace at home. Because the day I walk out my fucking front door and I go to face the world, the reality, I'm at war. I'm at fucking war with the world. And the last thing I need is to come back home to some more bullshit and some more fighting at home. No, at home is peace, love, respect, and all of that. My home is my place of peace and stability. And out there, I'll fight the war. I would rather be in peace with myself and a war with the world than in peace with the world and a war with myself. All freaking day. So yes, when it comes to relationship, definitely communicate, definitely be committed to one person, be emotionally mature, and be willing to put your ego aside. So work on those things. Second to last thing, right, that a man struggle with is financial pressure. Been there, been there myself, done that myself, and I'm still doing it. I was not this type of person 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was a regular guy, straight out of college, in my 20s, freaking lost and confused, in debt, looking for a career, looking for a purpose, looking for the true passion and meaning in life, right? And I was broke. But it took me a while. It took me a while to get to where I'm at today. And I tell you this to tell you guys that in the last 10 years, I had to learn about things like financial education, right? Financial literacy, investments, things like assets and liabilities, credit card churning, leverage debt, real estate, investment stocks, crypto, whatever, you name it. But I had to learn all that. I had to learn all the shit about money that I was never taught by my parents. I was never taught in school. I was never taught by my friends. Okay, it is only when I stepped out of my comfort zone and I started seeking knowledge, I started learning, I started asking questions, I started hanging out with other people out there who are financially successful. Only then I started learning things and I started becoming more and more financially competent and more financially successful. Now, am I a multimillionaire or millionaire? No, I still got ways to go, but I'm better where I was 10 years ago. I'm able to take care of myself, my family, help others around me, help my mom, my sister, or whatever. Okay, and it feels good. Feels good because money is an amplifier. If you're a good person, and you have money, you'll do good with it. You'll donate to people, you'll help people, you'll buy things for people, you can help people when they're in bad situations. But if you're a piece of shit and you have money, you're just gonna be a bigger piece of shit. That's all money does. Money is energy, but it amplifies your energy. Okay? It's not an evil thing. So learn about money. Learn about how money works, how to make money, and it'll go a long, long way. And last but not least, this one's very important. This one changed my life, and I hope it changes your life, right? Physical health and fitness. I cannot stress enough how important physical health and fitness is. I cannot stress enough in general how important your nutrition combined with fitness is and how important everything that you ingest into your body and your mind. It is extremely important. First of all, nutrition. For the last 3 to 4 months, I've been on a whole foods diet. Not whole foods from the whole food store, but whole foods, right? Basically eating only whole foods and very, very little supplements. Like maybe I have a little protein shake here and there, but not as much as I used to eat, like protein bars and all kinds of processed foods. My goal is right now to drop sub 10% in body fat. I'm right around, I say 11, 12 mark right now. But, it's a little tough, but I feel great. For the last 3, 4 months that I've been eating clean, I've been eating whole foods, I've been eating um, less and less, almost no processed foods. I feel great. My energy levels are high. I mean, My stamina performance really good. I mean, you can ask my chick, but hey, I'm telling you right now, you can fix all that through proper nutrition and sleep and working out. So you become what you eat. So if you eat a bunch of trash, processed foods that are pumped with all kinds of chemicals and garbage and fake, not even real food, then you're gonna feel like shit too. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And fitness, when you dial it in with nutrition, can play a crucial role for you. Six packs, broad shoulders, nice back, bicep, tricep, that's a side effect of fitness. The main thing you learn in fitness is discipline. Discipline. And discipline spills into all aspects of life. Fitness spills into all aspects of life. Why? Because you learn discipline. Without discipline, you won't achieve anything. So now I walk around, with 11, 12% body fat and an eight pack and, striations on my ribs, et cetera, veins popping out. Great. But what it taught me most importantly was discipline, which I then took and implemented in all aspects of my life. So take nutrition seriously, take your fitness seriously, take care of your body, take care of everything you ingest right here through your eyes, through your ears, through whatever fucking method you have of ingesting information and everything else into your body, and really seriously dial it in, or at least eliminate the garbage. Understand that whatever you ingest in your body, whether it's through food or supplements, whether it's visually through what you watch on this device, right, or a big box at home called TV, or talk to people like your surrounding, all that changes and affects your body, your physical state, and your mental state. Whatever you're thinking, you're going to act upon, right? So your thoughts create your actions. Your actions then create your habits. And your habits create your character. And then your character is your fucking life. So if your thoughts are trash, your actions become trash. If your actions become trash, your habits become trash. And with trash habits, you develop a trash character. And if you have a trash character, you're just a trash person, and your whole life is going to be a disaster. Now you see the pattern. You gotta break that fucking cycle of bullshit and start taking care of your physical, mental state. That's important. You will not get another one of these. We haven't figured out the key to immortality yet. Like, this is what you fucking have. Take care of your body, goddammit. Like, pay on the front end instead of paying on the back end. What I mean by that is that on the front end, work out, buy good supplements, right? Maybe some creatine, some water, some salt, some electrolytes. Eat clean, good foods. Take care of your surroundings, take care of your proximity. Throw away the box that you have at home called TV. Read this. These are called books. They're still not obsolete. There's a lot of fucking knowledge in these books right here. And surround yourself with better people. If you're the smartest person in the room, run from that fucking room. You're an idiot then. You're not smart, you're an idiot. Place yourself into rooms and situations and places where you're not the smartest person, because that will make you feel uncomfortable and will push you to learn to become better and level up in life. Okay? That is one of the best things you can do to yourself. Now, I don't want to beat the dead horse anymore. I want to keep this nice and short. So, the 7 things that I talk about today that men nowadays between the ages of like 20 and 45 struggle with is mental health issues, work-life balance, career uncertainty, identity and purpose, relationship, financial pressure, financial struggle, and physical health and fitness. If you have issues that fall into one or more of these categories, and I'm sure you fucking do if you're honest with yourself, because I went through all these myself. I still every day work on at least one or two or three of these every single day. Every single day. I'm not perfect. I got chinks in my fucking armor. I mean, it took me 20 years to heal myself. 20 fucking years to heal myself. Okay? It took me 20 years to grow a pair of balls and tell my mother that I know that I'm adopted. Can you believe that shit? I carried that burden with me for 20 years for what? For fucking nothing. Why? Because I was scared. Why? Because I was uncomfortable. Why? Because I was a goddamn pussy to man up and have that conversation with her. So I'm sitting here to tell you guys, stop escaping, stop running away from these 7 things. Instead, lean into the adversity. Okay, seek help, seek therapy, take care of your body, take care of your mind, learn how to communicate, learn emotional maturity. Okay, learn about commitments. Do the work on yourself, because at the end of the day, the best investment you can ever make is investing in yourself. And it's not an overnight thing. It took me 10 years to have the overnight transformation, but it was worth every single minute of it. And I promise you guys, if you take my advice, if you pick at least one or two or three of these or all of them, and you follow my advice and you work on yourself, I promise you, no bullshit, your life will change. So here we are, fellas. I hope you find some value. I hope you extracted some value from this. And if you have other men in your life or women who you think will benefit from this, please share this message with them, share this episode with them. And it'll really help me out if you guys click like, if you guys subscribe to my channel, if you find any value, and share with others. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Stay blessed.